Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Grind Lifestyle. Today we have an awesome dude on the podcast, Chris Barnett, Air Force veteran, real estate agent, and he's running for county commissioner in Southern Oregon. What's up? How's it going,
Hey,
Chris?
I'm doing great, Nick. Thank you. You forgot the radio stuff. You forgot
Oh, and the
to
radio
be on
stuff.
radio.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You do everything, man.
Oh, man, I just love giving back to my community and giving what God gave me is whatever gifts He gave me. I just want to give back to everybody else and unite people, and that's important in this time. Is get along with your fellow neighbor and try to unite. So much division out there, Nick, and stuff, and that's one reason why I'm running for county commissioner. Is I really want to be a good example for the community and I definitely want to step up to the plate with a broad background, like you said. I have, Nick. It's if not me, who? And it could be you, Nick. Just a lot of people don't want to step up to go into government because they hate politics. Well, I understand that totally, and I know why good people, don't run anymore. Is because it is a commitment. It's putting yourself out there, and but if you can win and overcome some of the negatives that come with being in a government, then I think it's a total win for the citizens, and that's why I'm doing it.
I think the cool thing about you is you're actually out there, feet on the ground, doing videos, talking to people, making a difference instead of hiding in an office and saying what you're going to do. I actually see you out there doing things, which is cool.
Yeah, and I'm pretty open book. I mean, people can go to my social media, my Facebook page, or like you see, Nick, and I know you're very active out there too as well. I just love the community feeling. If you're tied to your community, you give back to your community and people get more energized. It's if you sit behind a desk, which some people do, people don't know who their representatives are. People don't know what people really do. But if you put it out there, hey, it's not for everybody. I get it. It's a little hard to put yourself out there sometimes. But if you do, people have a little bit of they connect with you a little bit better. And I
Right.
think in government service, I've I've had a few people that ran in government, more than a few that really connected with me, and then I started following them, and then I'm like, wow, they're actually doing stuff. I go,
Mhm.
they're actually making a change. You're not just a name on a billboard somewhere, and they get elected, and in 4 years I see their name again, and I'm like, well, what did they do? you know so I think in this day of age, social media and whatever you can do to engage with the citizens out there is an important step in the right direction as far as government goes. And hey, we are the people, we are the government. And I said, we are the government. All you do is elect representatives to represent you. Don't you want good representatives that you can connect with, or do you want somebody that you have no idea who they are? You vote for them because nobody else is running. They get in, or they don't have nobody they're running against, and they get in by default. And they're like, why is that person in there?
Yeah.
And I've always done that over the years, kind of going, why in the heck is that the best we can do? And I think people have disengaged. They don't like. There's a lot of negative stuff running. Campaigning is hard. I'll tell you what. Putting up my signs. There are people that steal my signs. There's people that deface them. There's people, the competition that'll do stuff to them. It's really sad that that happens, but it's a game, and I'm in it to win it. I'm not in it to hurt my colleagues at all. I actually shake their hands at meetings. I'm respectful. I'm professional because you never know when you have to work with these people down the road. You just never know, right?
Right.
So I'd rather take the high road than the low road. But some people take that low road, and it's unfortunate because just when you thought you knew people, you really find out who your friends are when you're running for office. You really do.
Yeah.
You're like, I've known that person forever, and really they're backing somebody else. Wow. It really shows you that who your friends really are.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I forgot to introduce everybody. So up in the top there is Jesse Dugas. He is Illinois Valley County Commissioner also. So he's kind of city
City
commissioner,
council
sorry.
member,
City
running
council member.
running for mayor in November.
Ooh.
Right on.
So
And then he also does all our website, business partner, social media. He's the guru. Down on the bottom there's Scott Bartlett from Saving Able. other business partner
How you
in
doing,
Grind
Matt?
Lifestyle, and just all around kick-ass guitar player and awesome dude. So now you know.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, Nick. Great intro. A little delayed, but thank you. Are you having fun on the campaign trail so far? I mean, I know that you're a little different than me with mine. I mean, I really don't have to kick off for another month or so to get ready for the November. A little earlier for you. So it's has it been enjoyable? A lot of headaches.
Well, it started in September. So September is when first day I could put in, I think it was September 11th. I went down to the courthouse, started my campaign saying, hey, I'm announcing what's going on. So you have 8 months up until the primary, which is right now. May 21st, coming up Tuesday, we'll know it's a nonpartisan race. So it's no Republican, no Democrat, no independent, nothing like that. You're just neutral in there. Even though I am a Republican, a registered Republican, I'm not afraid to say it. It's just that I get along with everybody. So it's like, if the people want something, tell me what you want, and we'll go and weigh that out. But it's been hard because it's 8 months until the primary, and then if you make the 1 or 2 spot, or you can take it at 50.1%. So if you get 50 plus 1% of the vote Tuesday, then you don't have to run again in a runoff in November. But if I don't, I mean, there's 4 people running. I mean, it gets spread pretty thin. You know how that puzzle goes. So it's like, well, odds are maybe number 1 and 2 are going to have a runoff in November. So I'll find out if I'm one of those people that are going to have that runoff, and I hope I am. And then you got to campaign again. You still campaign all the way up until November, even though the signs and stuff you have to take down and then re-put them back up in September. That is a lot of work.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Tell us about the boat, Nick. Big local event coming to Grants
Yeah.
Pass here shortly.
Yeah, actually, I just came back from Klamath Falls. Like Nick said, I'm in the Air Force 33 years. I'm in the Air Force Auxiliary now, Civil Air Patrol. I'm the command chief for 6 states, including Oregon. And my base used to be Klamath Falls. We have F-15 fighter jets there. So I went over there yesterday, kind of coordinated with them about the flyover. We do a Memorial Day flyover. And the 173rd Fighter Wing out of Klamath, they come and do our flyover. Very patriotic, very awesome. It just moves you, So
I was in Klamath Falls yesterday as well for a baseball game. I'm high school head coach here, and they were flying when we were there yesterday.
They were, and I actually got a video. I posted it. One of them did a really low flyby and just afterburner out of there, and I was like, and but anyway, it gives me chills every time I'm there. So Boatnik is 1 week from today is going to kick off with a Firehouse concert. One of the sponsors of that, and I introduced the bands and stuff that they have on Friday nights. Nick knows who Firehouse is because he had them here back in 2019, I think, 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I think it was 2019. Let me see if I have the poster.
Yeah, you got a poster. We got a
poster.
picture.
Yeah, it's not in this room. It's in the other room. But yeah, I think it's 2019.
Yeah, it was awesome. And they're coming back, and it was a return to the lead singer, CJ Snare. And unfortunately, he passed away a month ago. And it was sudden, it was unexpected. He was supposed to return to make the comeback tour in Grants Pass. So in his place, we have Nate Peck, who's a American Idol golden ticket winner. He does amazing. He can do any rock band out there.
Yeah.
And he's going to be on vocals, and it should be an awesome night. So that's 1 week from today. And then it's a celebration throughout the whole weekend. Boatnik is the second biggest event in Oregon. Number 1 is the Rose Parade or Rose Festival up in Portland. But down here in Southern Oregon, it is Boatnik. And the Grants Pass Active Club puts it on, all made up of volunteers, a lot of veterans. And active duty members that help volunteer, such as myself and others, to make it happen. Saturday's a big parade, and then carnival, boat races, food, drinks, you name it. It's all about fun, and it's probably one of the best events I've ever been to, and I support it wholeheartedly. And then on Monday wraps it up with a Memorial Day boat races and ceremony.
Very nice.
You seem so tightly knit with community. Where did the rest of the world go wrong lately?
You know what?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, Scott. What happens is I'm an extrovert, so I go out. I'll go talk to anybody. Okay, I just always had a job which I had to deal with people, and there's a lot of people afraid to talk to one another anymore. It's just they'd rather not even look
Amen.
you in. Yeah, they'd rather not look you in the eye. They'd rather not give you the time of day. It's funny because I say hi to people just randomly. Just hey, how's it going? Good day to you. And they just kind of go, "Whoa, you said hi to me. Hey, how you doing back?" It kind of breaks that ice. Like, I should be doing that more often too. Just being courteous to people, opening up a door, being chivalry again. I do that to everybody. And I'll let a door slam in somebody's face. It's just, I think some of those values people are afraid to get yelled at or something.
That's
And
exactly
COVID
it.
didn't help. Yeah, and
Yeah,
COVID
that
didn't help.
confrontation thing is lost. It's gotten lost in the mix somehow. And it's not, confrontation doesn't have to be confrontation. You can just say hi to somebody. You can just, do something nice for somebody without wanting something.
I would say communication in a whole has been lost. Just social media has kind of taken over, and people hide behind their computers and fight that way, or try to communicate that way. And things come off wrong, things come off weird. And it's just, getting out there and actually having face to face conversations, or picking up a phone and calling somebody instead of texting is a
Well, and
huge.
what terrifies me is the thought of, and this is a testament to what you're doing, a representative for a city or state that's afraid to talk to people would rather do it as like a keyboard warrior. We have to have that art of communication and people skills. It's important that we don't lose that.
100%, and that's the thing that sets me apart from my opponents is I'm out there in the field more than they are. I'm trying to connect with people and show them that, hey, I'm the real deal. I'm approachable. I have an open door policy. Hey, you got a problem? I can't fix everything. Okay, you know that. Just because you're an elected official, they think you can change everything in a day, and it doesn't work that way. But you can explain it to them why, because they'll go to social media and just be negative, and you never get to meet those people. And I'm like, hey, if you're a real person and you really have a complaint, come and meet with me in person. Don't attack anybody on social media when you don't know the facts. I go, why don't you? I'm not even in yet. I'm just a citizen like everybody else. But they always already some keyboard warriors, will go ahead and start attacking you, and you're like, whoa, these people don't have a clue. And I always tell people, look at the source, go back and look at their profile. Are they real? Do they have a picture of themselves? Are they engaged in the community? Most of the time, they're not even from this area. They just want to have a social life, a negative one. And then I discredit any pictures of pets as their main profile pic because okay, you're hiding. I
Yeah.
said, show me who you are. And if you're a real person, maybe you'll think before you comment on that because people will know who you are and they're afraid to do that. And it's sad because COVID really brought them out. I call them the trolls. They trolled Facebook, they reported businesses, and you didn't wear a mask. You were, boy, watch out. And I was like, chill, people, chill. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
We had a song that we tried to write on the last Abel record that was just called Web Warrior.
Ah,
And it
that's a
was
good
just
one.
people that just, would just fire away and like, wow, you're such a big man behind that keyboard, aren't you? That's so special how you do that.
It is, Scott, and you know what? I never see them come out. It's funny when you kind of shut them down or call them out, then they're kind of like, "Oh, I better not respond on his post again because he'll call me out again." And I'm like, "Hey, people, instead of commenting 100 comments on there, why don't you look at the source and look at who you're responding to before you guys get all, high blood pressure over it? This person is nobody. So stop it."
Right.
Exactly.
I just wish people would do that more because people just jump on the negative of the day and they just start, oh my goodness, it's going to tear the town down. And it's like, do you got the facts?
So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the River Valley buying the Lark
I
in
was
Grants
just
Pass.
thinking of that.
That
Oh,
was insane. The amount of comments and just negativity. It's like,
Unreal.
personally, I
oh
think
yeah,
it's great. A church is going to take it over. It's going to keep it clean. It's going to keep it family friendly out there, right? My
absolutely.
my question was, why did we accept such a low offer? Like I was told there were 3 other offers that came in at asking price. So do you have any idea on that, or do you want to not talk about that? Or
Well, I can talk limited on it. What I know is you as a citizen, because I'm not in the know. I'm not a
yeah,
commissioner. So you don't have that clearance yet to be talking about what you don't
right,
know, right? Everybody thinks, oh, you should know. And I'm like, I'm not in yet. I'm not sworn in yet. So I don't know. But I can tell you this, that it's been on the market more than a year,
right.
more than a year. Nobody stepped up to even try to buy this place. Okay, they had people that came to the table, but they were lowball offers, from what I understand. Lowball meaning that they were less than what they got. Okay, that whole place of the Flying Lark was built under Travis Boersma's dream. That was a unique, one of a kind building. What do you put 35 million plus into
Yeah.
that building? And that building was supposed to be a good security blanket for the county. We were banking on the lease. Okay. The
Hmm.
county was banking on the lease. And that lease would have been secure, would have provided income on a monthly basis, yearly basis to the county, to the citizens. It was a great arrangement. Unfortunately, Travis couldn't do what he wanted to do. And so then it went up for sale. And it's like, okay, everybody, come and buy it.
Right.
Where are the buyers?
Yeah.
And so everybody's like, well, and then when this offer came in, it was costing the county, it's costing the taxpayers every single month to do security there, to keep the power on, to pay the bills. I think it was between $5,000 to $8,000 a month just to have that asset sit there.
Hmm.
So after a while, it starts losing its newness, if you will. It
Yeah.
starts looking a little dirty, and it's like, wow. So they got an offer, and it was clean. It was, from what I understand, cash offer, and the church had other assets. So it's not like, hey, where does the church get all this money? I explained it perfectly like this: they had other properties they were going to build a church on. They've had them for 10 to 15 years. The cost of building a new church supersedes what they bought this place and going to renovate it for.
Hmm.
So, and it would have took 3 years to build, something like that. And what people don't know, churches all over the country survive off of great donations from people that pass away.
Hmm.
So you can't take your money with you.
Right.
So guess what? Why not give it to a charity? Why not give it to all? How do you think all these nonprofit charities survive? They survive off of people's wealth. They can't take their wealth with them. Maybe they don't have next of kin, or they do. And they go, you know what? I'm going to give to my humane society. I'm going to give them to my church. Hey, you can own my house. Just sell my house, and those proceeds will go back to the church. There's some very well to do people that have earned their way in this life. They can't take it with them. They give it to their churches because the church gave them something to live off of, live for. Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe the church really helped them in a tough time: death of a spouse, divorce, being on the streets. And I would say, and you're and in the community, not all of the community, you're disappointed because the church is going in. Wow, where have we gone?
Right.
I mean, honestly, that's the worst. In my opinion, they're going to bring some good things, family, clean fun. It's going to be open 7 days a week. They're going to do events in their parking lot. They're going to bring music concerts and stuff in the parking lot and stuff like that. They're going to do good things, is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
And a lot of it is going to be next to no cost to you, to the people. The church is going to say, hey, we're being generous. We just want you to have a good old time. Come on down.
Yeah, no, I've heard some great things that are coming, and I've actually worked with a bunch of Christian artists that are excited about the possibility of having a new venue to play out here, a new opportunity to play here. So there's some really, really big artists that I'm talking to that as soon as everything's in place with River Valley, I'll go hit you guys up over there and see what we can work out.
That would be awesome. I'm all for that, Nick, because me and my music background. I've been in radio for most of my life, 30 plus years, and I play everything from country, rock, pop, jazz, you name it. I've done it. I love music, and I just think music
Mhm.
brings us all together. I mean, you can go to any concert and see the people unite at a concert.
Exactly. Yeah, doesn't matter what
Yes.
kind of music.
Doesn't matter what kind of music,
Yeah.
and I've been to a lot of weird events, and
Yeah.
some of them that I wasn't a fan of. But you know what? I looked around the room and saw the people having fun. I'm like, who am I to say it's bad? These
Right.
people are having a great time. So guess what? I started becoming a fan. And every concert I've been to, I've been a fan of that group or band or whatever. I just saw Adam Ant, for goodness sakes, a couple weeks ago. Adam Ant, okay, pre-Billy Idol,
Right.
1980s guy. And the guy rocked it. And I was like, okay, this British guy that was pre-Billy Idol made his name out there. And I was like, cool, look at the people that showed up for this guy. It was amazing, packed house.
Yeah. I've had a lot like that where I'm like, I'm not a big fan going into the show. And then I
Yeah.
leave, I'm like, oh my gosh. Andy Grammer was one. I was like, man, his music is like, it's all right. And, I go to the show and like, holy crap, the guy puts on an amazing show. His band is phenomenal. And he's like one of the sweetest dudes in the world. Like he is like just so nice. So it's like, it's really, really cool to have that experience when you go to a show and you go in not a fan and you come out and you're like, oh wow, that's awesome.
Well, Scott,
Yeah, music is really, in my estimation, music is the last true form of magic that there is in the world. Just the way that it can unite without really having to say anything. I mean, there can be a message, there can be a killer production, there could be a great lighting display. But it's just watching the people vibe off the energy, is what is life changing and has always been for me. That's how I ended up playing music, was just wanting to be a part of something that was bigger,
I think we all search for that, right? If you're looking to better yourself as an individual or better your situation, you're always looking for that next challenge and how to better yourself and set yourself up for more success in the future. I think that's what makes it great being an American.
I mean, that's even taking it like a step further. I mean, with being a Memphis musician, I found out pretty young that a lot comes with it. There's actually pressure on you to represent as the upper echelon of the musical community and give back much the same way you do. It's like, especially as lead guitar players, we're known for being sort of like hard to work with. By that, I mean, like, egos tend to drive a lot of musicians is the stipulation that people see on the outside. The thing about music is, if you got that ego and you're up on stage with 4 other people, they pick up on it pretty quick. And you're going to be ostracized when you start to think it's more about you than the other 4 people you're playing with. You are a part of something that is inherently bigger. And when you're able to watch the crowd pick up on that as a member of something that's bigger than just something about yourself, it translates into something way bigger. And I think that energy is infectious. And I like to think that we're able as artists to project it to you when we do it the right way. Maybe that's the magic I'm talking about. I don't know. But to me, it has a lot of similarities to this sense of community that we're talking about.
100%. Yeah.
Right on, 100%. And I tell, if you want a mood lifter, go to a concert. I don't care,
Yes.
just go. And you'll come out better because everybody in there is in there for a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out going, wow, that was awesome, right? I never go to a concert. Nobody says, oh, that sucked. Hardly, I don't know. I can't even recall one. Even if an artist doesn't have the best voice that day, they still had a good time. They reminisced on the music that they grew up with or loved, or it hit them. I always say music takes you through life. You know a song that comes on and it hits you at a certain time in your life, and you're like, love that song. People are
Right.
like, what song is that? And you're like, I dated my girlfriend back then and got married to her. And that song, every time I hear it on the radio, I think back of when we were dating. And it could be the corniest song in the world, but it sticks with you. And so I'm like, makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Endorphins, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
And if the headliner's terrible, the openers usually are way better. So you gotta.
They got more to lose.
Weird how
They
that
got more to
works, huh?
lose. It's like watching college football instead of professional football. You always say, like, well, the pro athletes, they got nothing to lose because they've already signed their deals. They're already getting their paychecks. They can phone it in.
Yeah.
Those college guys got to work for it. Those
I don't
opening
know,
bands
man.
really got to work.
Not
for
anymore,
it.
though, dude. Since college kids get paid now, some of those college guys are making more than the pros. So,
Dude, you're not wrong. Good God, that's a different podcast, though.
Yeah, that's a different.
I tell
That's true.
because I'm a coach here, and so I tell all of my athletes, look, if you want to watch sports, go watch Division II, Division III collegiate sports, watch upper level high school sports, watch the groups that are grinding to better themselves instead of looking for a paycheck. That's when you're gonna find the talent. That's when you're gonna see it done the right way.
Yeah.
Amen.
So
Yep, you got it.
we're coming up on that 30-minute mark. Chris, why don't you take us out of here? Anything else that you feel is relevant that we need to know, that the listeners need to know?
I just want to get people out to vote. Here's another thing about energy, about getting passion back into government relations, because the government controls what you do sometimes. Okay. But if you got to elect good people that are going to represent you, I got this tattoo on my arm, says "We the People." And I got that because I've been serving and I got tired of people telling me I couldn't be a patriot anymore. I'm like, I'd put my life on the line for you. What are you talking about? I'd take a bullet for you and I don't even care who you are. And they back down. I'm like, it's a constitution, people. We live in USA. Do you not, you want a reminder of that? And then they go, oh, well, okay, he's versing me on it now. But I'm like, hey, I want people to be united. I want people to feel good about their country again. Be a little bit patriotic. Be more patriotic. Be united with your fellow neighbor. Don't fight with them. Unite with them. Put good people in government, and you got to get out there and vote. And even if you don't know who they are, get to know them. You got to vote for one of them. One of them's going to get in no matter what. So if you say you don't vote and you get what you get, you can never complain about it. So get out there and vote is my big message, because not only am I running and I'm in and I'm talking to people, but I'm seeing people energized to finally get to vote for somebody that they actually want in there. And I want to be that candidate for commissioner to help and unite. I'm not going to do it as a career. I'm just going to step the door. God opened that door for me. I'm going to walk in it. It's not always going to be easy, but I'm going to do the best job I can.
We appreciate your time. Good luck this coming week.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Nick, take us out of here, buddy.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Grind Lifestyle Podcast. You know where to find us, grindlifestyle.in. Like, share, comment, subscribe to YouTube, do all the things. We love you. Peace.